Hey y'all, it's Kelly here, Feeling CDL Journey. How y'all doing? It's crazy what's going on in Europe. Russia, man, shoot, getting reckless over there, man. And it's been it's been on my mind, man. I remember when I was coming up, I used to think about that. I was born in '84, and the late '80s, early in the '90s, man. You had the Cold War sentiment still, and thoughts of nuclear war, and shoot, now here it is again, and it's just something that's been on my mind, man. People are, I'm glad that I'm sober right now, man, and doing something besides being caught up in crime, using drugs and stuff, and that's just so selfish and self-centered, man. How can you imagine, being spun out on the streets, man, and this stuff like this happening in the world? We might be on the brink of nuclear war, and you would never know about it because you spun out, chasing a sack or something like that. Glad I'm not like that right now today, man. The word says for us to be a sober mind. That's what the word says, to be a sober mind. And to stay awake, so that so that when these things start happening, man, you'll be aware. You won't be caught off guard. And it's wild, man. The way that things are playing out. A thought came into my mind because this really has been on my mind about what's been going on. And a thought came into my mind that, the best thing I can do is just continue to go hard and be strong, and be strong for our nation, and do what I can, being a productive member in our society is what I can do, man. And instead of being a criminal, instead of being a drug addict like I used to be, but man, I just gotta, they've been talking about it in the it's been all over the news. I got one, y'all probably seen the clips. Trump was talking to the leaders of NATO, saying y'all need to pay y'all's fair share. Why ain't they been paying their fair share? Why we been having to foot the bill for all that? And not only that, but Ukraine. Why ain't y'all been investing in y'all's military for the last 30 years? Y'all been begging for a no-fly zone. You could have already built up your own Air Force and enforced your own no-fly zone. Why does the United States have to get involved in everything and protect everybody else? I mean, it's a good thing that we are, because the dictator, the tyrant's got to be stood up to. But it would be so much better if our NATO allies had the ability to really defend themselves. And then talk about Article 5. An attack on one is an attack on all. That's good. That's strength right there. But It's just so complicated. It's, you know, and then go back to Ukraine. Ukraine used to be a nuclear power, and then there was an agreement where they would give up their nuclear arms, give them back to Russia, and then you know, Russia was supposed to get rid of them, and then I guess the United States promised during this deal that if this happened, that they would protect them. So you mean to tell me that Ukraine gave up their nuclear weapons and gave them back to Russia, and then the United States promised to take care of Ukraine? That don't make no sense, man. Okay, Ukraine had their own nuclear weapons. They gave them back to Russia, and then the United States promised to take care of Ukraine. That don't make no fucking sense, man. Who's in charge of making these decisions, man? You know, Russia is an energy exporter. Now look at us. Just this stuff don't make no sense, man. How come the United States shut down their pipeline and they're drilling, and then it took them so long to put sanctions on the energy of Russia? Now I think they have moved closer to putting sanctions on Russia's energy. But I mean, why did it even take as long as it did to do that? I mean, I'm a simple man, and I'm looking at this stuff from a limited knowledge aspect. But a lot of this stuff, man, seems like it's just simple common sense, man. You know, who's making these decisions, man? You know, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy, man. I know that there's a lot more smarter people out there than me. But I mean, imagine if Ukraine had nuclear weapons right now. They probably would have prevented Russia from coming in and starting this whole mess. But Ukraine gave up their nuclear weapons, and not only did they give them up, but they gave them to the people who they, you know, who was most likely going to end up coming after them, you know. And then they came after them. They there now. They invaded. Russia invaded Ukraine. So, and then the United States promised to take care of Ukraine. I mean, that's crazy, man. It's just like, man, whose idea was that, man? Whose idea was that? You know, who thought that was a good idea? If anything, you should have gave the nuclear weapons to the United States. If we was going to promise to take care of Ukraine, if anything, the fucking nuclear weapons should have came to the United States. Russia probably promised that they was going to get rid of those nuclear weapons, but you probably know they probably didn't get rid of those nuclear weapons. Look at how they've been lying. Look at how Putin has been lying. You know, look at how they denied the invasion right up before the point of the invasion. You know, man, this is just crazy, man. But the only thing, the one thing I can do, man, you know, I don't think I can join the military, man. But I got, you know, they got a much more better selection of people out there than me to join their ranks. You know, the best thing I can do is, man, contribute and be a law-abiding member of this society. You know, I got much love and respect, man, for the people that are serving, man. Y'all are better than me. You know, you know, I acknowledge that, man. You know, you got young people that are out there joining the military. Whenever I was young, shoot, I was I was in the county jail. You know, so man, I just want to just say that. But it's crazy, man. All this is crazy. Anyhow, I just had to rant and say that, man. All right.